Hi. Please do come in and take a seat. My name is Dr. Matt, and first and foremost, I would like to congratulate you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to think about your general well-being and your overall health state. Now, a cranial nerve examination allows us to run an assessment, a little health checkup, mostly focusing on your senses, your eyes, your hearing, sense of touch and sensation, test the reflexes, and I think we'll finish it up today by asking you a couple questions about your general health, diet, and overall well-being, like we said. Okay, now secondly, relax. Alright, there's nothing to fear here, there's nothing invasive, certainly nothing painful. For some people it can be considered very relaxing. I myself get a cranial nerve examination at least once a year. Pardon my so much breath. Now, I think we can proceed, and since we're already at eye level, let's start with the eyes. Okay? Now, the sight is an incredibly special gift, and it's not something that we should take for granted. So the first thing I'd like you to do is just focus on the tip of my index finger, and I'd like you to follow it. That's all you have to do. Keep your neck and your head relaxed, keep your head still, and only move the eyes. Just track the finger with the eyes, only the index finger. And all I'm doing here is I'm observing and making sure that your eyes are going exactly where you intend them to. And the whole purpose of the finger is because it allows me to know what it is you are trying to get your eyes to do. Okay? Keep following. You can blink if you need it, don't worry. You're doing very good. Very good. Okay? You have full use of the eyes. There's no laziness, there's no lag. What I'd like you to do next, or rather, what I will do for you, is test the peripheral vision. Now, peripheral vision is just the corners of the eye. So even though my eyesight and eye line is facing you, I can see here. Alright? So we want to test your peripheral vision to make sure it isn't obscured and that you have full utility. Again, looking forward. And it's important this time that you just stare at my nose. Keep looking at my nose. And all we're going to do is we're going to test. We'll start with the left. Or my left at least. Tell me when my finger disappears from your line of sight. Okay? Very slowly. And it'll be a case of 1 minute it's there, the next minute, or the next second, it's not. Okay? Good? Very good. Same again, just eyes on my nose. You can see the finger there, but don't follow it. Don't follow it. You can still see it. And that's gone. Good. Eyes forward. Very good. Very, very good. Very good. Well done. Okay. Now, just very quickly, I'd like to track the diagonals of the peripheral. Very good. Just two more. Good. Doing so well. Well done. Okay. So your peripheral vision is performing and responding exactly as we would expect it to. You have full field of vision, completely unobscured, which I'm sure is a relief for you. Alright, next thing, I'm going to cover one of your eyes. Now, what we're doing here is testing the way in which your iris and your eye contracts. Our eye obviously contracts and expands to allow greater and lesser portions of light. So if we cover this eye, keep looking straight ahead, and then I remove it. Okay. Now this same exercise can be done with shining a very bright light in the eye. For extreme cases, where perhaps you're seeing rapid amounts of movement, a torch would be advisable. But all we're doing here is just testing the function of the iris and making sure that it is indeed closing and contracting as we expect. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, and just looking straight ahead, please. Good. And again. Okay. Both eyes, straight forward. Cover both eyes. Okay. All right. Can I just ask if you've ever worn glasses or been prescribed glasses or contact lenses at any point? Okay, that's nothing to worry about. Your eyes retract and expand exactly as they should. There's no laziness, there's no, as I said, there's no lag in eye movement. Do you ever have trouble sleeping? Okay. Any tension, headaches? Understood. Okay. Perfectly happy so far. Alright? Alright. Next, I'd like to have a little listen to your heart. Okay? Now this obviously is a test as old as time itself. And essentially all we'll be doing is just placing the warm stethoscope into the chest and listening to the rhythm, sound of your heartbeat. Now the reason we do this is just to make sure that it's consistent, steady, it isn't skipping beats, and it's not erratic. Alright? So, while we're at it, we'll also look at the lungs, and we can also take a moment to check out the kidneys. Okay? Okay. Now, if you could Very, very good. Okay. The heart. Perfectly rhythmical. It's not skipping beats. Curious if you've ever experienced any kind of heart palpitation, the old palps, or if you've been exposed to stress in the sense of more than usual. Your heart sounds perfectly fine. There's nothing untoward or anything to worry about in any sense of the word. The reason I ask is because I could tell from the moment I started to listen, your heart rate increased, which is obviously quite a common occurrence. But in very rare cases, it can be a symptom of a little bit of nervosity, a bit of anxiousness that isn't necessarily an isolated incident. Maybe in your case it is, but just so you know, if there is ever anything that you want to talk about, or something that you're worried about, or perhaps stressing out about, please give us a call. We have some fantastic counselors and therapists, psychologists here, who would absolutely relish the opportunity to help and support you, as would I, of course. Okay? Alright. Now, next, what we'll be doing is listening to the lungs. And the lungs, of course, are one of these things as well that we take being able to fill our lungs for granted. Okay, let's look straight ahead. Just take a deep breath. And out slowly. Okay, regulate the breathing. Now, what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath in when I say to, and hold it until I tell you to release. If for whatever reason I forget to tell you to release, please don't suffocate, just breathe. But trust me, I won't. Okay. Deep breath in, please. And hold. And out. Good. And deep breath in for me again, please. And hold. And release. And one more time, please. Fill the lungs. Hold. Release. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now I'd like you just to breathe normally. Okay? You don't need to hold your breath. I'll give you a couple seconds to catch your breath. And just relax and breathe easy. Just taking a listen again. Good. Very good. Wonderful. And the other side. Okay. It's fantastic. Good. Absolutely nothing untoward with your lungs, your breathing. It's not obstructed. It's not labored. We will cover some questions regarding exercise and overall well-being. But very quickly, do you exercise, and if so, how often? Okay. And if you were to walk up a flight of stairs to the first floor of a building, how out of breath do you think you would be? Okay. No problem at all. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is have a little listen to your kidneys. And of course, your kidneys just sit at the back of us, relatively unprotected, which is one of the reasons why we have two of them. But kidneys, again, are silent little workhorses of our body, keep us clean and healthy. I'm just gonna pop this around the back. Okay. And they do a lot of work, and we should try to keep and treat them as kindly as we can. Okay. That was a not so subtle hint to drink as much water as you can, really, without going to extremities, of course. Okay. Good. Good. Very good. Okay. Good. Kidneys sound perfectly healthy, which is always good to know. So they're little workhorses of our body and can sometimes go underappreciated. They're the poor organs at the back that we didn't feel necessary to grow a ribcage around the back to protect. That's probably why we evolved with two. Now, Darwin's lessons aside, now I would like to very quickly test your hearing. And for this, all we need to do is just very quietly speak a few words into each of your ears. And I need you to repeat the word to me. Okay? So we're going to start with a completely audible. So I will stand here, and I need you to repeat to me the next word. Articulate. Articulate. Very good. Now, a little bit closer, but a little bit quieter this time. Design. 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 Completely original and imaginative, absolutely. Okay. Third word. Relax. 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 Good. Very well done. Go to the other ear. Okay. Again, louder, medium, and almost inaudible. Symmetry. 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 Okay. Very good. Perpendicular. 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 Very good. Very, very good. Okay. Happiness. 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 Good. Very, very good. Now, I'm going to make soft sounds in each of your ear. I need you to tell me which ear, which side the sound is emanating from. Okay? This is the sound. Look straight ahead. Eyes closed. Which side is the sound? Good. Very good. Good. Very good. Okay. And again. final test. I will start with a sound at the top or the bottom. I want you to tell me whether the sound is high or low. And maybe it might be different on each side. Okay? Eyes closed. Harder to tell. It's fine. And again. Very good. Is that a trickier one? Very well done. That isn't always easy, but you did very, very well. I'm very proud. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick check in the ears with the scope and just make sure we're not looking at any blockages or any excess buildup of earwax. Okay, just need you to relax here, please. Okay. 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 Now I am quite close to the ear here. I do apologize, but okay. Look at the other side. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Excellent. Okay. No blockages, no excess buildup of earwax. Your ears are in perfect health. Okay. Now, the next thing we'll be doing is testing your reflexes with a little reflex hammer. I'd say rubber end, so it won't hurt. Alright? Now, see, the idea here is just to test that the tendons and the ligament are able to produce that kick response, that involuntary response. Okay? Now we'll start at the knees. We'll do the elbows. Okay? Bear with me. Okay, and we're just going to do, and just relax your leg, please. Good. Good. Very good. And the other side. Again, relax your leg for me, please. Good. Wonderful. Knees are reacting exactly as they should. Full reactionary. And the elbow, please. Good. And again. Very good. Good. And again. Good. 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 Very well done. No issues with the reflexes. Now, this little handy tool is more than just your reflex tool. Now, these are some very fine teeth. They aren't sharp, but they do have a point. What I'll be doing is just running it across the surface of the skin, and I want you to tell me when I am and when I am not rolling it across. across the skin. I'm going to do it down your arm. Okay, you ready? Eyes closed. So it's touching. Good. And again. Very, very good. Very good. The other arm. Again, just rolling this down. It's touching the skin. And again, it can be quite ticklish, I appreciate. Good. Very good. Do the same with the legs. Okay. Eyes closed. Good. Good. The other leg. Good. Very good. Very good. No issues. Your ability to sense and experience sensation on the skin. We will do one more test. This is the tool that keeps giving. Very tiny little brush. Now this tiny little brush will work in a similar way to the test we just did, only this time it's a brush, not a sharpened or pointed object. Okay, eyes closed. Now what I'll be doing here is running it down the finger, very gently. It's almost imperceptible, but if your nerves are reacting as they should, it'll send that signal back to the brain to say, hey, we can feel sensation here. So, eyes closed. Give me your hand, please. Which finger was that? Good. Mm-hmm. Does the thumb count as a finger? I'm not sure. Apparently it does. Okay, moving on. Next hand. Good. Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Well done. Okay. Now that's good to know. No inability at all. I do have the inability to get this. There we go. Have to excuse me one moment. There we go. Okay. Your eyes, hearing, sensitivity, heart, lungs, kidney, perfectly fine. Now what I would like to do in the last couple of minutes is just ask you a few questions about day-to-day life and your diet, just to make sure, almost as a reminder to yourself, these questions can be an opportunity to think, maybe I'm not eating as healthily as I thought I was. Perhaps I'm not exercising. Okay? So, the first thing I'd like to ask is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how healthy do you feel on a day-to-day basis? And have you felt it out for as long as you can remember, or did something happen where it changed? Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. Do you exercise? And if so, how often? Mm-hmm. I think sports can be one of these things that, when we're children, we are almost at our fittest because we're walking to school every day, we're doing exercise at school, we're in classes, we're in physical education, and attendance is almost always mandatory. And we're burning calories without even realizing it. And it's true, our metabolism does slow as we get older, but it's largely to do with what we're eating and how much we're exercising. In particular, what we're eating. When you're a kid, your choice is limited to whatever your parents will allow. There's the occasion when you can sneak off to the sweet box and fill your face. But they're rare, or in my case, quite plentiful. Generally speaking, our meals are prepared by our parents. We're not allowed to choose to eat a cheeseburger every night. In most cases. There are some children, of course, who are almost raising themselves, but again, on a general basis. We are governed by what we can eat, and it makes a huge impact to our day-to-day well-being. So diet is definitely important, of course. Exercise, it's the body will thank you for exercising, for pushing it into a training zone once in a while. And even if you're not exerting yourself to training zone level, even going for a walk, just working the muscles, working the organs, working your respiratory, getting that mitochondria going, and yeah. I'm sure we get tired of being told how to live our lives, but I want you to live for us forever. So it's my duty and my responsibility as a human being, as well as a doctor, to give you advice that can help lead you on that path at least. Alright. And how about work or school or... I know we mentioned kind of heart palpitations earlier, but is stress something that's quite prevalent in your life, or is it something that it's quite rare, but when it does come, it's in kind of extremities? Yeah. Okay. Like I said, if that situation is the case or ever does change, then again, please do call us. We have a number of very, very, in my opinion, very competent and very helpful individuals in psychology and psychotherapy, and sometimes just somebody to listen to, somebody just to talk to and to listen to your problems, if you have any. Okay. If there's anything else that you'd like to talk about? Competition can be a great catalyst for pushing us. But competition, when it's happening on an almost daily basis, is entirely unhealthy. We shouldn't be comparing, and we absolutely do, but we shouldn't be comparing our lives to anyone else's, because that's their life that they're leading. And there might always be attributes of someone's life that you think, wow, I wish this was happening to me. But our minds have a habit, and we as people have a habit of only showing the good parts, celebrating the wins, which is good. We want to see positivity. But everyone in life has problems and issues. So no matter how much money somebody has, no matter how beautiful they are, how happy they are, it doesn't mean that they don't have or haven't had issues. And it's all relative. Okay? So try not to be too harsh on yourself. And this is not turning into more of a lecture than physical examination, but live with good intentions. Help people with good intentions, and it may help that a little bit. Try to see past self and see collective. Okay, I think we're about good. It was my absolute pleasure. It's always a positive thing to see people, as I said at the beginning, taking care of themselves and taking time to take care of themselves, because time is finite. Well, apart from you and I, who are going to live forever, but for everyone else, maybe our loved ones too. But it is finite, and it's something that we need to be very careful with. Every second that takes by is a second that we could be having fun and being happy. Alright? Good. Thank you, and please do take care. And I'll see you next time.